What's up, affordable Armory folks? How y'all doing? Today I got something a little different for you. We've got a Sig Sauer We the People 1911 BB gun. This thing is pretty cool. I'm going to talk about why you might want this and go over some of the features as well as show you some shooting footage. If this is your first time here, click that subscribe link below so you can find out when future videos come out, and also consider checking out our affiliate links down below. If you buy something using that link, it helps support the channel as well as saves you money on something you were going to buy anyway. Without further ado, let's roll the intro and we'll get into the video. Okay, so we're here at the workbench with the Sig Sauer We the People 1911, and this thing is pretty cool. You can see 1911 We the People CO2 BB gun, and this thing is an exact replica of the Sig Sauer 1911 We the People version that they made. I have not been able to find one, but I really want this gun. So I have the BB gun, and until then, maybe someday I'll be able to find one of these at a decent price. But has a 17 round magazine, a full blowback slide. I mean, it does recoil like a regular gun, although the recoil impulse is kind of awkward, and the first time I shot it, I did absolutely flinch because I was expecting more recoil because it feels like a real 1911. It's heavy in your hands and you go to press the trigger, and I absolutely flinched. It's a semi-automatic gun and all metal weathered finish. So it takes 4.5mm steel BBs and shoots up to 320 feet per second, which results may vary based on the BBs you're using, temperature and altitude, as well as how much CO2 you have left in the magazine. So we'll flip it over here, and here it's going to talk about some of the things. It does say We the People on there. Full metal blowback slide, skeletonized trigger, magazine release, 50 stars on the grips. There's 25 on either side. It does have checkering on the front and back straps, which is pretty cool, and a weathered finish. Working grip safety. I'll show you all that here in just a second. So here are some of your features. Again, talked about some of that. Weight, 2.21 pounds. This thing is all metal. It is the weight of a real gun. This thing is awesome, guys. It's built like a tank. So let's open it up. And as you can see, I have already opened it. I have already shot this gun, but for our purposes today, I put it back in the box just to show you. So you unbox it, and you get the gun here set to the side. You get this wrench here, which you're going to need. Hang on to this Allen wrench. I'll show you why here in just a second. And a manual. So there's your manual. Disregard the BBs. They do not come with the gun. Okay, so here we have the gun. And you can see it says Sig Sauer 1911, 1776. There you go, caliber 177, 4.5mm. That's your BB caliber, standard caliber BBs. But go over some of the features. I mean, look at this thing. So here is your 1911 grips. These are metal, and it has 25 stars on this side, 25 stars on the other side for your 50 stars. It's a nice weathered finish. It's all metal. You've got your mag release just like on a regular 1911. You've got a grip safety just like on a regular 1911. You've got, if I rack the slide here, manual safety just like on a regular 1911. And you've got some Novak style sights on there, so you could probably replace those if you wanted to. You flip it over, it says We the People on this side. You've got regular slide serrations just like on a regular 1911. This says warning, not a toy. So there you go, YouTube. This is not a toy. I'm not trying to sell stuff to kids. So there you go, YouTube. Disclaimer, this is not a toy. Okay, this is a BB gun. However, it is not a toy. So having said that, you can rack the slide just like on a regular gun, press the trigger just like on a regular gun, and eject the magazine just like on a regular gun. Speaking of the magazine, so we'll turn it sideways here, and this is your loading port. So you pull this guy all the way down here, and then it catches, and you pour your BBs into that slot, and they roll all the way down there. It'll hold 17 BBs, and then when you're done, you just release this notch there, and it'll catch on the very last BB, and then you insert the magazine in the gun, rack it like a normal gun, and fire away. Now, this is your CO2 cartridge, and this wrench here, you got to stick this in here and twist. Once you do that, it will loosen up on there, and then CO2 cartridge will come out. This one is empty. That's why it didn't make a noise when I opened it just now. So you would insert a fresh cartridge in there, and then take your wrench, tighten it back up, and that's what pierces the CO2 cartridge. So after you've done all that, then you could insert it into the gun and rack the slide, and you would be ready to shoot. So there you go. That's the overview of the Sig Sauer We the People 1911 BB gun, and I'll roll in some shooting footage just so you can see how it works. Towards the end, you'll see what happens when you run out of CO2. So you might want to have several of these cartridges handy. I got in the video, I got 3 magazines through it. I shot, I think, 2 magazines through it before I started filming. Or just keep that in mind, that you probably want to have several of these CO2 cartridges on hand if you're going to be shooting it a lot. Okay, so the group here in the middle was that first set of groups. That was at 3 yards, and it was very easy to put the rounds right in the center. So that last set of groups, I moved it out to 7 yards, and you probably noticed that the CO2 cartridge was running out, so the gun wasn't cycling as well, which means the BBs weren't flying as fast as they should, and you also lose accuracy. So further distance, as well as the lack of pressure from CO2, caused all of these shots here. So I may try it again at some point with fresh CO2 cartridge at 7 yards to see if I can get a more accurate group. But that was pretty much what I was expecting to happen. So overall, I think at 3 yards, that's pretty cool that I was able to punch a hole out in the center there. And just a fun little gun to shoot. So there you have it. There's my review of the Sig Sauer We the People 1911 BB gun. This thing is awesome. Guys, go get one just for the fun of it. It's pretty cool. Cool father-son thing, you know. The dad has the real 1911. You give the kid the BB gun. Cool trainer pistol because it does have some recoil since it's an air gun. Just really, really cool all around not gun. So it's a BB gun, and it's a lot of fun to shoot, and I've enjoyed it. Again, if this is your first time here, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. As always, head over to affordable-armory.com. That's where the blog lives. That's where all of our social media links are. That's where all our affiliate links are, so you can save yourself some money on something you were going to buy anyway and help support the channel in the process. And we've also got merch there. I just redid the merch store, so I haven't got everything in there yet, but I do have mugs, stickers, and face masks. You know, everybody's got to wear masks these days, so why not sport the Affordable Armory? Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.